welcome. There are moments in our lives when we meet another that totally changes us. When we are touched so deeply, we feel the presence of God. My guest today embodies love alive. She is an angelic messenger, a healer, a mystic, a teacher, and author. Come join us and experience a heart opening with Sarah West. Welcome, Sarah.
It's so wonderful to be here.
You have traveled, you have performed with Larry Dossey, Wayne Dyer, Marianne Williamson, Lynn Andrews, some of the great thinkers and teachers of our time. And you're giving the audiences a different kind of gift, the gift of your presence and the gift of voice and singing. What are they gleaming? What are they gleaning from your presence and your work?
Well, it's really more than, we have all the different aspects of ourselves. We have our physical body, we have our heart, we have our mind, and we have our spirit. And so much of what we read touches our intellect and our mind and our heart, and there's wonderful new exciting things for our bodies, and exercise and nutrition and new herbal remedies that people are becoming more aware of, these alternative treatments. And our spirit can be touched in a way that's beyond the mind, that's beyond the intellect, beyond words and lectures and stories. And so even beyond a regular song. So what comes through me and what I feel I'm here to offer is the experience of God or union or divinity, peace, through the vehicle and the instrument of sacred sound that is not about singing a song with words that you know with your intellect, but rather something that touches, it's like a soul, it touches a soul, and it's more from a place beyond boundaries of a language, of what country you're from and language you speak, but it touches your soul essence and gives you the experience of stillness and serenity and what we call the music of the spheres, or the angels.
You say that we should not underestimate the power of our own voice. What do you mean by that?
It's so beautiful that you said that, because I feel if I could say anything, that I would say what you've just said, that there are different levels. Our voice is an instrument, and it's a delivery system of God.
We take for granted, I think, don't we?
Yeah, and of our own unique soul expression, and of how we share love, how we share who we are, as well as it has the ability to express harmony, to express peace. Whether it's in a prayer with ourselves, to not underestimate the power of our own prayers. That they are powerful in the spoken word and the thoughts, whether it's the voice in our head or the voice that we speak with in our prayers, to not underestimate that, because they are, the word is the deed, is the form.
I met your mother this morning, and she is such a light.
Yeah.
She had to be a tremendous inspiration for you. Yeah,
that's a big topic.
Did you know in the very beginning that you had this gift? You knew of your spiritual gift when you were 5 or 2, or?
Oh, somebody asked me that before, and they said, how did this come into being? And how I answered it, and I'll answer it again the same way, that when we come into this world, it's like, it's not the only world that we've lived. And before we come into this lifetime, there is the memory of a place of peace. Before we were in this separation of being in the body, and there was just the grace. And we heard the music of the spheres and the angels. And it's really, the angels singing in the music of the spheres is simply the feeling of the peace, manifested through song, sound, music. And when I was really little, I sang, 3 to 4 to 5 years old. My mother was an opera singer. but I never really heard her sing. And so I had these influences of this type of thing, and I call what I do, I've called it celestial mystical opera, a voice of the angels, to give it some sort of category. But it's to bring in what we hear before there's what seems to be chaos in this form.
And the healing that occurs is what's happening with us. I mean, it's a vibration that we evoke ourselves and certainly can feel from you. Tell us a little bit about what is transpiring.
At the time that I'm bringing it through with myself and others. Well, what happens is I center myself, ideally, to a very still place, and I become attuned to that center and to that place of grace and peace and love and unconditional beingness that is full and empowered and centered. And then when it's delivered, people experience many different things, sometimes great healings, and whether you call chakras opening or some awareness that comes, or a memory, or even healing of the physical body. Although I don't really worry about those things when I'm doing it. My intention is to share peace and grace and stillness and harmony, and to give people the experience of what they are, because so much in the world is a reflection of busyness and worry and all of these things. So it's a reflection of a state of grace, to remember that peace and to bring it in through all of our activities.
Well, during this time together, I know we're going to talk about healing and your idea of healing, and also what happens when we bring forth more love into our own world and into the world. But in our next segment, you're going to give us the experience of what you give so many people around the world. We're looking forward to it. Stay tuned. You'll be listening to Sarah West in our next segment. And welcome back. And I don't know if I'm really back. I know that you have touched us in a way that is most empowering and gentle and peaceful and taken us to a place that maybe we've never visited before. So I thank you very much for that. It was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And you're going to be sharing with us some more. Toning, you have shared with in your writings and in your own life, is very important to our living a God-centered or more conscious life. Tell us about what toning is doing for us.
Well, it's bringing in that vibration of harmony, and our voices, as we speak, vibrates to our whole body. So every cell aligns with the vibration of our speaking voice, or a singing voice, or even a hum. So if we can bring in a deeper centeredness when we speak, and even singing, or just the simple, even whistling and humming.
Does it matter what we choose? I know you work with sacred sounds.
I think it's our intention, that our intention is a calming and a peaceful, and it helps still, it like stills the waters. It's like the waters when they're all rough, it calms them. And it calms, and it can heal our body, because when we use sacred sounds, just means that the intent is more holy, more peaceful, more graceful. And when we allow that to resonate in our own physical form, in our own consciousness, it helps the body uplift, and it helps, I think it helps the body function better. And it's something that we can all do. And it's become very popular. Sound, healing through sound is like probably one of the biggest new movements in healing, and not just alternative, but they use it in the medical fields. They use vibration resonance tones out of machines to actually resonate with cells or illnesses, to match sort of the opposite frequency, and then it disintegrates the illness.
Can there
really
be
amazing.
Destructive tones or destructive sounds?
Just like anything, just like when you're in the city and there's disharmony with too many, even just the simplicity of the traffic noises, it can grate on you. It's again, it's an intention. So someone could have an intention where they're maybe making a tone, but there's angst in it, or there's anger, and there's a place for releasing and sort of letting it out. And then you also want to be conscious of, if you're sharing it with someone for a reason of sharing beauty, that your intention is to share beauty, and you find that place inside of you that is beauty, and you present it from there.
Sarah, you have said that the core of our problem, I guess, as a human being, is that we have lost a sense of our true identity. I believe this is why you also share sacred poetry, and I think you wanted to share something with us today. Would you like to do that now?
I'd love to.
Okay.
This is called the Prayer of One. The prayers of one are heard throughout eternity. Don't underestimate the power of your voice. You are one, alone, yet indivisible, and united and connected by all. We are a web of life. As one commands peace from the innermost dwelling place, we reach into the ever-existing inner peace. Peace has never left us. It is our eternal home. It is our true nature, wherever we roam. I am that I am, said the Father. I am that I am, said the Mother. I am that I am, said the Holy Daughter. I am that I am, said the Holy Son. We are here to unite as one, to walk sovereign as we are in turn sovereign in our whole being. Peace emanates from you. Peace emanates from me. I see it and I celebrate it. Through you, I am. Through me, God is. And together we celebrate the life everlasting that is here in the Almighty now, present and eternal. We be present and eternal. We be in the life everlasting, oneness and grace, truth in pure love, being, almighty, almighty, almighty. Almighty, almighty, almighty.
I feel such a deep sense of remembrance in your toning and your reading. I give a grateful, hearty thanks for you being with us on A World of Wisdom, Sarah. And I know we're going to hear more from you. And we give thanks that you've spent the time with us today. And we're looking forward to seeing where you're going to land in the world as you travel. Thank you.
I'm so delighted.
So much for being with us today. And thank you for joining us on A World of Wisdom. And stay tuned to the Wisdom Network. Welcome to A World of Wisdom. We are told by my guest today to never underestimate the power of our voice, that our voice is an instrument for personal healing. She presents at conferences with Wayne Dyer, Larry Dossey, Lynn Andrews, Gary Zukav, and many others, and in cathedrals all over the world. She has opened the heart of thousands, and she will open yours today. Welcome, Sarah West.
Thank you, Carolyn. Fabulous to be here.
How do you experience? I'm going to start off with a loaded and yet a light question at the same time. How do you experience the voice of God? We experience it through you. How do you experience it?
Well, I first experienced it through silence, through stillness, emptiness, through just simplicity of being that's just not about being. It's not about my personality or my form or what I do in the world, but it's about the heart. about love, how love follows, comes out of that stillness, and that the love is, however it's expressed, is the voice of God.
People all over the world experience healing through your gifts, through your spiritual gifts. And that's not something that I say with lightness. There is healing that occurs in our own body, mind, emotions. What, from these audiences and people that come to you, what do you know or how do you see healing taking place?
Well, you're asking me what others experience, and I know my own, and I know what people, the ones that do share with me. And first off, I know what I experience, and I know that whatever I'm experiencing, probably others are experiencing also. So, and many have shared with me. I've gotten letters and calls, and people come to me after I do events, and it's always brings me to a state of humility and awe when people share with me, whether it's listening to a tape that I have or an event that I've done. And it never ceases to amaze me whether people use metaphysical terms or very simple terms like, their chakras open and their heart opened, or they just cried for an hour and it just touched them. I've had people that put in my tape and they just cried when they first heard it, and it touches me. It touches me because I know that that's what it does for me. And when it's someone else and I want to share it, I do it because I have to, because I feel called to, and because it heals me. And I love and I want to serve others to have that experience, to experience the heart of God, to experience the state of grace and peace, and also to remember a place in themselves from a time or timelessness where there is that place that is without concern, without worry, that will be the nourishment for them to go on. And it can heal them physically or mentally, and amazing, wonderful experiences. People have had gone on to do more of their purpose, which is very much my intent, that will help them stimulate to really be who they are and come back to their power and their center and feel their own strength, because our soul essence is our strength. It's what nourishes us and grounds us and gives us the fortitude to take control of our life, or let the spirit, take control of our life, and to stand in our life fully, to stand up fully in our life.
So is healing, in your understanding, perhaps removing some of the blocks to be all that we are? So vibrationally, could that be part of what's happening?
Well, it's an interesting way of stating it. Is healing the removal of blocks out of the way. And I was just talking about this earlier with Shallel, my keyboardist that's here today. And when we focus on removing something, we focus on that it's there. And I think, and I remind myself this all the time, actually, that when we focus on the wholeness that already is, the blocks, like you're saying, do dissolve, remove, open up. I was just saying the other day that the pain is there to actually open the heart so wider to the love. And if we go into it and allow it and feel it, it just breaks up barriers. And yes, it is removing the blocks. It is, on many levels, vibration actually vibrates the cell, and it can loosen any tightness, stiffness, or even on the cellular level, that kind of structure, so that it dissolves, blocks dissolve.
I know in my own life when I sing or tone or that there is something magical that happens. I guess, what do you say to those that can't sing or don't think they can sing? Do you recommend certain sacred tones or sounds, or definitely they can listen to you and experience it, but what can they do for themselves?
Well, that's a beautiful question, because in workshops I teach that, and I share and show people that they can empower themselves whether you're a singer or not. And I think the first thing to do is to just become aware that you have a voice and to use it And just to even set aside some time to get more familiar with sound coming out of your mouth. Because so much of us have been taught to be quiet, to be still, to, not make anything unpleasant, to not yell as ladies, and to be proper even, such a simple thing. And that can be very harmful. And I would say that that's a part of a lot of disease in our world, is the confinement and the containment and the properness. There's a way of being proper that's very much in alignment and harmony, and it's not suppressing anything. But if you're trying to contain yourself and sort of overly controlling, you're limiting your expression. So if you can take aside some time to just even make noise, like woo, just playing with your voice like a child does. If you just sit and listen to 4-year-olds, they make the most beautiful music with their voices and these pure high, low pitches. And it's very important just to get in touch with that, even humming.
Yeah.
So simple.
So you're focusing, you can do it through music, through toning, also through reading. I know you do share also some sacred readings. I think you wanted to share something with us. Maybe you could do that right now, and then in our next segment we were going to hear you sing also.
All right, I'd love to. This is probably quite appropriate for now. Excuse me. This is called Prayer of Unity. There has been a growing response. Many are feeling it. It is a call to unite, not only together, but within ourselves, like no time before. We are feeling a sense of power and empowerment. We have called on ourselves like no time before to be present, to be here, to wake up and slumber no more, to act when before we slept, to dream when before we doubted, to live when before we died, to expand and encompass all when before we were small. It is a time to call on who we truly are, to welcome the freedom, the life, and step into our place, wholly, fully, filling the shaft of light that has awaited us, igniting the position that without us centered in its place, in its gateway, it is empty. We aren't strong without being centered. And there is no light without us there. Centered in the sun, we become what we are. And we are filled with the strength and the magnitude of the universe. Now, the light is thrust forth. We have ignited it. We have commanded it. I call forth and emblaze my prayer across the universe. To be, to live, strong and empowered, whether in my quietude or in my blazing light, divine expressions unlimited, beaming forth through vocal outpourings of love, life, joy, and ecstasy. Freedom. I am freedom. I am peace. I am forever. I am the dream that I have dreamed. I am the lover that I seek. I am me in full regalia. I am love. I am. I am. I am. I am whole. I am abundance. I am life, living, freeing, for the love, for the joy, for the life, for the truth, for the being. Yes. I say yes to life. I bring it home here, within me. I am home. Welcome me, brother. Welcome me, sister. I am home. I love you. See me. I love you. And I see you loving peace, tranquility, peace, forever, peace, 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 peace.
We'll be back with more from Sarah after this break. And welcome back to A World of Wisdom, and I am speaking with and enjoying the presence of Ms. Sarah West. Thank you again for being with us today. You've talked about in your work that there is transformation and really transfiguration, that we are aiding in the cellular healing, if you will, of our life. Sometimes I wonder how much is destiny and how much is choice. But what can we do with this work in our own way, in our toning and singing and understanding vibration to aid us in this choice or destiny?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. What comes to me as after reading that prayer, especially what that's about, and the power of our voice, is to declare our peace, to declare our harmony. And it seems so hard sometimes when we are in pain or in struggle or suffering, and especially when there's a sense of hopelessness, which is a very real feeling throughout the world. And to declare the truth, which is that I am peace, I am power, I am centeredness, I am purity, I am knowledge, I am pure intelligence, I am in harmony, and just declaring what it is, the truth, and it will draw resolution to the things that seem so inharmonious, beyond what our imaginings and our mind has.
You know, I think that is probably one of our greatest opportunities and one of the toughest things to do. I know even when I'm in that place of my pain, the last thing I want to do is take a walk, move my body. And there is resistance to not only breathing, but a resistance to making a sound. And yet it's awfully difficult to make that sound like you're suggesting,
Yes.
and not feel different on the other side of it.
Right. Well, I
Feel
think
better.
looking forward to the fact that it will be difficult to do anything will help, because it's like, I know I'm going to have resistance. It makes it more fun and a little more like doable.
Yeah.
Especially, it's like, I know when I'm in my most worst contractedness that I will have resistance doing anything that will help me change, because otherwise you wouldn't be there.
Yes.
So then if it will just, the breathing, the moving just a little bit, to go to something, to remember something that you love, that you really love and enjoy very purely and unconditional, to vibrate to that joy will help you gradually come up and raise from any difficulties that we have, and to have more faith and hope and strength. Because it's our joy that gives us strength. Our vibration is stronger when we are aligned with what we love. And so if we can just focus on what we love, and it will help to create a resolution, and whether it's an idea or someone coming into the picture, that will help miraculously any situation.
Sarah, I could sit here and ask you a whole lot of questions, but I know our audience would love to hear more from you. So you had another selection you were going to share with us. So I'm stepping out and opening my heart to you.
Wonderful. Thank you. So.
Thank you, Sarah West. And our viewers will hear more about how they can purchase some of your tapes. And you have a book also. What is the name of it?
The Golden Rose, Awakening Divine Love. And I have another one called The Sound and Breath of God, Healing the Human Heart and Awakening to the Divine.
Of course. Thank you so much for being with us.
you.
And thank you for joining us on A World of Wisdom. I'm Carolyn Craft, and stay tuned to the Wisdom Network. God bless.